So I'll go ahead and get started. I'm actually going to show you a few slides from this presentation, and then I'm actually going to transition into a different presentation. The way I normally put these together, for those of you that do not know, I'll pick a topic for the year, and I'll say this is what I'm going to talk about at all of the AFL conventions I go to, and I will develop it in the last quarter of that year, and then I'll use it for the whole next year. So this is the first time I've had an event this late in the year. So I'm used to BrickCon, the first weekend of October, kind of ending my cycle. So this is kind of in a transition, so I apologize. This is the presentation I ran with for this year. So it was given at Brick Slopes in Salt Lake City, Utah. It was given in Philadelphia at Philly BrickFest. It was given at BrickFest in Toronto, and in Brick World Chicago. So, but I'll go through a couple slides, and then I'm actually going to transition over to the other presentation to keep going. So, thank you for being here today. Thank you for joining us. I know you have a choice in choosing presentations, and I appreciate you choosing mine. So, the LEGO community team, in case I hope I'm not blocking anybody. The LEGO community team is kind of the name that seems to always stick with people, hence my shirt, hence my name badge, hence the title. That is not the name of the department I work for. So if you were to call LEGO, call their front desk and say I want to talk to the community team, they actually wouldn't know how to direct you. There's several community teams within LEGO. There's a youth community team. They might think you're referring to LEGO Education's community team, but the community team is just kind of a externally embraced term. What my department is actually the Community Engagement and Events Department, otherwise known as CEE. So if you hear CEE on a website or a blog, that's us. I'm here to talk to you guys about what that is, what that department does, how do we support you guys, and then what are the offerings that we give to the community. So please let me know if you have questions. Don't be afraid to interrupt me. Even though I may seem agitated that you interrupted me, I'm really not, I promise. So I just want to go through a couple terms. When I go to these events, there's usually a couple people that are brand new. Maybe this is the first time they've been to an event. Maybe this is the first time they're considering themselves to be an AFL. So I just want to run through these and make sure you guys know what these are. I hope everyone in the room knows what AFL means. Yes, raise your hand if you don't know, and we will publicly shame you. No pressure. Good. All right. TFL. Do you guys know what TFL means? Yes. Okay, good. Lug. It's a good one. We all know what lug means, right? All right. And TLG. We know what that one is? No, that's the LEGO group.
Oh, jeez.
That's okay. Just want to run through some of those. So, please imagine there's a drawing there. All right. So, a little bit about me, because it never senses to fail that if I don't talk about me, you guys will ask me about me. So, my history. I have been with the LEGO group for over 9 years now. I'm 10 months away from my 10-year anniversary at LEGO. I started in LEGO brand retail, LBR, LEGO stores. I started in 2005 as a part-time sales associate at the LEGO store in Denver, Colorado. So when you look at the totem pole, I am the little gremlin on the bottom that was holding up the totem pole. So very, very low. We're talking stock boy, we're talking cashier. That's what I was. I worked in that particular store for 4 years. In those 4 years, I was promoted 2 times. I was promoted to a supervisor, and then I was promoted again to an assistant store manager. In 2009, I was given the opportunity to be a store manager. I transitioned to Phoenix, Arizona, and was store manager of the LEGO store there for 9 months. And then in 2010, I was given the opportunity to move back to my home state and home city of Austin, Texas, and open and manage the LEGO store there for just under a year. In 2011 is when I joined LEGO Systems Incorporated, which is where I work now, doing community support for North America specifically, which is the US and Canada. In July 2013, they said, good job, here's South America. So now I do all of the Americas, North, Central, and South. So you'll see there's two different companies, Lego Brand Retail and Lego Systems Incorporated. For those that you do not know, yes, it is all the Lego Group. And the Lego Group, if you were to extend that, is the Lego Group of companies. That's what it is. There's different companies in different countries. In Canada, you have Lego Canada Incorporated. In Brazil, you have Lego do Brazil Limited. In Australia, you have Lego Australia. Very common business practice, but if you didn't know, they're different companies. So I officially work for Lego Systems Incorporated. That's what's on my corporate card. That's what's on my paychecks. But I work for the Lego Group, and LBR was a separate entity within the company. That's why there's two different businesses. Educational background, we got that question last night from the Where's My Pants guy. I have a bachelor's degree in fine arts. I studied traditional 2D hand-drawn animation. It has nothing to do with what I do now, but I do have a huge passion for art. I've always loved art, drawing. I know how to do almost anything there is to know how to do. I can sketch, I can do ink work, typography, photography, sculpting. I've done wire sculpting, woodworking. Animation is a huge interest of mine. So also that translates to Lego building. I do build, I mock, I have Flickr, I have mock pages, I have BrickShelf. You can find me if you really want to. Personal background, I am married. There's a woman that puts up with me in my travel. I have 2 kids. I have a 13-year-old and I have a 1-year-old. And I am interested in all the awesome nerdy things that you would hope. Video games, comic books, cartoons, and especially illustration. I have a very vast DVD library of animation. So I usually know almost every reference there is, so I seem to do all right with you guys. So when we're in the circle, I know the language you speak. This is a map that I put together, which is already out of date. It was actually out of date probably 2 weeks after I made it. But these were the current Lego user groups for all of North and South America. I wanted to see it. I'm a very visual person. I'm an artist again, so I was like, I need to see the groups that I'm supporting. I know it's a little hard to see. It's not the best lighting. But that was kind of to help me see just how many people are we talking about, how many groups. This is out of date, but in a little bit I'll show you where you can find an updated map, and a map that's being updated daily. So here we are. This is the Community Engagement and Events Department. I bet you didn't know there was that many people that work in my department. There are, this is also out of date as well. There's a couple people that need to be added to that. But I show this slide not necessarily to show you guys the people and their names, because you might never meet some of these individuals in your entire Lego AFO career, but to show you guys how our department is structured. We are split into 4 different teams: community support, community crowdsourcing, community business, and community strategy. And we have very different scopes. And just also, if you're curious, out of all these individuals, myself, that's my lovely prison photo, Tim Courtney and Sarah Moore, we 3 are based out of the US office in Enfield, Connecticut. Everybody else is based out of Billund, Denmark, which is our global headquarters for the organization. So this is just kind of like high level purpose of each team. Why are these teams here? What are they doing? It says community content and campaigns. That's crowdsourcing. They just changed their team name within a week or so. So I need to update that. I apologize. Develop and execute content and campaigns with Lego community networks and key Lego Group stakeholders in accordance with Lego Group business priorities. That's a fun thing, right? That's very businessy. Very business, numbers, did that work? Great. So crowdsourcing, they are focusing on crowdsourcing content. They're focusing on crowdsourcing products. Lego Ideas is a crowdsourcing platform. You guys can still hear me? Okay, like there's all kinds of noises that are kicking up. All right, well that's fine, we can do it. That's okay, we can do it.
Hello? Yeah, now the room can hear me, awesome. We're doing a presentation over here, please keep it down. Community business. Move to community business. And I'm sorry, I'm just reading it straight off here. Identity, Identify and support opportunities in LEGO community networks with commercial value to the LEGO group. We learned what that means, DLG. And drive co-creation of products and experiences in collaboration with users and key LEGO group stakeholders. Community business. Business means making money. That's what it is. That team focuses on the money to be made within the community, focusing specifically on LEGO ideas, the products that are coming out of that, how much can we make in sales, how popular are these, forecasting, all that very, very businessy stuff, as well as the LEGO Certified Professional Program, the people that make a living selling their artwork. Community strategy very much overarches the entire department. Understand value creation in LEGO community networks and provide strategic and structural support and governance for CE activities. So in the earlier slide, you might have noticed that community strategy has one person in it. It's an army of one. And she is trying to make sense out of everything. So she's trying to really, really study the AFO community. She does a tremendous amount of research into the community. Why do fans do what fans do? Why do they buy what they buy? Why do they sell what they sell? She does a lot of surveys. Those wonderful surveys you guys see comes out every quarter, saying Global AFO Survey. She's the one person that studies all the results from it, and she shares it with everybody else. And she's really trying to set some guiding principles and some structure to how the department and the entire organization should work with AFOs. Community support, it's my favorite team. Also the team I'm on. Support activities in LEGO community networks in close collaboration with key LEGO stakeholders. Focus on the AFO community. The way to sum that up, what do you want to do and how can I help you do it? That is my job. So I'm going to actually flip over to the other presentation. It may look familiar for those of you attending later today. Who's what? Get out of here. Yahoo in the back. All right.
No.
Oh,
Why isn't your third
you can stick around. You're fine. Okay, yeah, this is awesome. Lovely color. Okay. LEGO Ambassador Network. So, to talk about some of the programs that we offer you guys, what are we giving to you guys, what can you take advantage of, I've switched over to the Ambassador Network presentation. This is the exact same presentation I'm going to use in 5, just so you know. But I'm going to skip ahead to the support programs part of it. So if you want to see the rest, that's what I run, right? That's mine. That's awesome. All right. So this website is very important, though. Very, 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 very important. If you guys don't have this website, bookmark it, tattoo it on your arm. This is a very important site. This is the site for the LEGO Ambassador Network. This is where everything is. I've already answered about a dozen questions today on Kevin, whatever, and I said, go to that website. So this website has everything you need. It has all the documentation to all of the support programs we run. It has the global LUG map. It has the global AFO community calendar for all the events. It has the forum for the Ambassador Network. It has everything. That is the website you want to know, you want to live it, and you want to love it. Official launch November 1st. Yeah, that's a lot. It's already up. And yeah, I'll skip that. Talk about that later. Support programs. So I want to talk to you guys about what are the support programs that my team offers you guys. What can you take advantage of? One thing that is very important that you did not already know, all of the support programs we offer are only to LUGs, LEGO user groups. Every time I go to an event, I always get someone who goes, Kevin, I'm not in a LEGO user group, I want to get X. And I honestly have nothing to help you with. It's like, sorry, please join the LEGO user group. And that is how we keep it controllable. That is how we keep what we do sustainable. And that's how we keep offering you guys these things year over year over year. If we were to just support anybody who would raise their hand and says, I'm an AFO, you should sell me lots of bricks, we would destroy the machine instantly. So everything is offered through LUGs. RLUG is the new term. That stands for Recognized LEGO User Group, and I'll talk about that more in the presentation at 5. But that's just what that means in case you're curious. So the RLUG support program, you guys may recall LUG support. We've been offering LUG support for 2 years now. It's now the RLUG support program. Purpose: to support the adult fan of LEGO community via recognized LEGO user groups' local activities throughout a calendar year. Support is comprised of a singular allotment of LEGO sets, activity boxes, and playbrick boxes free of charge. What does that mean? Once a year, for recognized LEGO user groups that are in the LEGO Ambassador Network, we will ship you a free support package to support what you want to do throughout the year. We determine that through a bunch of information you give us in an application. There's a formula, there's a breakdown. Everything you want to ask about it is on land.lego.com. It's completely public, 100% public. This will come to the ambassador, and the group can use it. You can kind of ration it off through the whole course of the year. You can use it to support your meetings. You can use it to support some of your smaller local activities. Here's a good example here. It's a photo from Kaula, the Colorado and Wyoming LEGO user group. They did a very, very small event at a museum. No, I'm sorry, at a library. It wasn't quite enough to merit event support, which is the next thing I'm going to talk about. So instead they used some of their lug support, and that's a lug member in the back raffling off a set that I gave them. They don't have to do that. You can do whatever you want to do with your support package. But this is what they chose to do. So they gave it to the public. Yes?
What's the difference between ABS and BZPower?
Yes, that's a great question, because that's new. That's new now. So, playbrick boxes are the same thing that you're familiar with. They are a box of random LEGO bricks that you can use for a play area. And we know through years and years and years of speaking with the AFO community, when you guys do events at a museum or a library or anywhere, the first thing they ask you is, please give us something for the public. We want a play area, we want something hands-on, and LEGO is not cheap, we understand. So the box is essentially designed to give you a play area. You don't have to use it for that purpose, but it is a direct result of your feedback. But a lot of groups use it as an incentive to their members to come out. Hey, you can maybe get put in a raffle to win some of the free break. It doesn't really matter, whatever you want to use it for. LEGO sets are LEGO sets. Not very cryptic there. Activity boxes are new, and it is detailed in the documentation on land.lego.com. What it is a P box. You guys are familiar with P boxes for production box, but we have our LEGO elements at the factory. It's a really nice plastic container that we keep the raw LEGO elements in, with the LEGO logo is branded. It is a P box filled with a single element. I don't know what, and you don't know what. It could be an entire box of red 2x4 bricks. It could be an entire box of dark gray 1x4 plates. We don't really know, but what it is something to give you just some kind of activity you can do. Maybe you want to do a free build at an event. Maybe you want to just devour like ants to a carcass and then everyone takes 5 home and we call it a day. It's a new thing we're going to offer for free, starting now, with the new documentation. And you'll get one of these nice LEGO branded totes with a single brick of a single color. No special request. Don't even try to ask me to get something you're not going to get. You're going to get whatever production has available. So we're going to look, and it's going to be one single thing. That makes sense? It is a little bit even more detailed in the documentation. Yes? Yes. Someone lost their, look at that, 2x2 earth green tiles there. That's sad. All right. Our Lug Event Support Program. Very similar, we just added an R to it from last year. The Event Support Program, every single time a recognized LEGO user group does an event, again, at a school, at a museum, at a library, anywhere, you can apply for support from the LEGO group. We can help you, we can give you something. One thing that it is not designed for is to help drive your event. You shouldn't be planning your event just because you're going to get stuff from LEGO. That's not how it works. This should be an enhancer to enhance LEGO brand engagement at AFL events that celebrate the LEGO hobby. The support is comprised of a singular allotment of LEGO sets and playbrick boxes free of charge and may offer the ability to purchase additional support. That's new. If your event reaches a certain threshold, and it is in the documentation, everything I'm telling you guys is completely in the documentation, you may achieve a ability to purchase more at a discount. It's not elements. It is not Lego elements. So right now, I know all you guys are thinking, oh, we can get tracks for ballasting. No, you can't. It's Lego sets. You may earn the ability to purchase more Lego sets and or play brick boxes, not individual Lego elements. That's not what this is. But you may earn the ability to buy more based on the metrics you're providing to us in the application. And that's to support some of those really, really big events. That's CalLug is at Denver Comic-Con that's about to show their stuff off to 120,000 public visitors. We're probably going to give you a little bit more. It's designed for those really big events. Yes?
Does this count for events like BrickFair?
No, it does not count for April conventions because April conventions are supported separate. So that is a good question though. Something we've thought about a lot, and we've ultimately decided that Lugs participating in April conventions do not get support because we support the convention directly. Good question. And this is just a picture. Again, it's not the best lighting. From the Tennessee Valley Lego Club at one of their events that they did at a local fair. So just an example of an event that received a support package from Lego. The R-Lug Project Support Program. I probably get pulled aside at these events 50 times. And it starts with, Kevin, I have a project. Yes, you all do. You have a project and you want brick support. We're well aware. Project support. What is project support? To facilitate a unique project at the request of the AFL community via recognized Lego user groups. Support provided is the ability to purchase discounted Lego elements in bulk. There's an important thing there. This is not for Billy Bob, who's the one guy in your group that wants to make a 30-foot skyscraper. Good for Billy Bob. We're not selling the bricks. That is a different program. This is for the entire group. This is for the entire Lug. The Lug wants to build a 5-foot tall rocket ship. Tex Lug wants to do an event at WorldCon in San Antonio and make a 5-foot tall rocket ship. Can we help them? Can we sell them the bricks to do that? Yes, we can. In the project support program. Again, all of the documentation is online right now, and I checked it this morning. You can fill out an application. This is a public thing. This is not what we would consider basement builds. If they said they want to do a 5-foot tall rocket ship and put it in their basement, I would say, great, I'm not selling you the bricks to do that. But since this has a public component, it is out there, it is exposing the Lego hobby to a public audience, we can help them with that. And the application will give us what we need. The application is reviewed both by the global community team as well as local PR to make sure there's no red flags, make sure there's no giant strip clubs or interesting things we don't want to be anywhere near associated with. And as long as that is okay, we will sell you the bricks to do that project. Can I have a project? Can Lego sell me things to do it? Yes, we can. The Lego Lug Boat program. You guys know about this, right? To stimulate individual AFL building activities by providing the ability to purchase loose Lego elements in bulk via an R-Lug. This is different than project support. Alice Finch wanted to make Hogwarts. Archlug did not want to make Hogwarts. They had no interest in that. She wanted to. How did she get the parts? Through several years worth of Lug Bowl. It's not the only thing. Obviously, she is connected to a very major site called BrickFair now. But the point is, this is a program designed to stimulate your individual building needs. Now, there is some complexity to it. As a Lug gets bigger and bigger and bigger, yes, there can be disagreements to how many you can get, and there's rules to this. The rules are very public and they're posted online. But the point is that program is designed to help stimulate your own individual needs. You have an interest in building something, you should be able to at least get a part or two or a handful through this Lug Loan program. That's what it's for. It's once a year. It's now-ish, if not already been announced. Actually, it's in the documentation when it is. But it is designed to give you help. You should be able to get everything you need, but you should be able to get some of what you need. April Convention Support Program. So again, on that wonderful website that I keep talking about, for the first time ever, for the first time in history, you guys, as participants of BrickFair, can go online and see exactly how I support BrickFair. There's no secrecy, it is completely transparent. You guys can see exactly what April Convention owners can get. This is only available to April Convention owners. To enhance brand engagement at April Conventions that celebrate the LEGO hobby, support is comprised of discounted purchasing opportunities of loose LEGO elements in bulk, LEGO sets, and playground boxes. One of the main differences from this to the past, and I have already spoken a lot about this, conventions do not get anything for free anymore. There is no free anything. They have the ability to purchase what they need at a discount and direct. And that is very, very important to them. It's very important to the owners. You guys know a lot of these events: Brick World, BrickCon, BrickFair, Brick Magic, Bricks by the Bay, Brick Fiesta, Bricks Cascade, BrickFet. It doesn't stop. It keeps growing. And I already know 2 more have been confirmed for next year. So, no more free. Unfortunately, the era of free has ended. But the convention owners do have the ability to get what they need. And you guys can learn about it. So it's publicly posted online. You can see what we offer. And just a lovely picture of BrickCon. So, I'll hand it over to you guys. There's my lovely email, right? You can email if you want. But we still have 30 minutes, which is awesome. I'm sure you have lots of questions. So, if you have questions, I'd love to hear. We can talk about them. But that is essentially my presentation, give you guys an introduction into who the community team is, what do we do to support you guys. You know, we drilled into the community support team because we're the ones supporting what you guys want to support and not business and numbers and things that are kind of cool, but they're kind of over here, we don't really care. So, questions? Yes, sir.
For the support for a lug to get parts, how many members per lug need to be on board for a project for that to count as a lug project?
For project support?
Yeah.
Right? So for project support, when we say we need a lug to be involved with it, there is not a number. It doesn't say 7 out of 10 people need to approve this project. We hope that this is something we can handle internally within the lug. And we'll ask you, we'll say, does this have the full support of the lug? We don't police it. I'm not going to call every member of your lug and say, do you know about it? But we have had issues in the past. For those of you that are familiar with the LCBP, LEGO Community Building Project Program, which is what we renamed to LEGO Projects because no one ever remembered that name no matter what we did. It's now Project Support. It's the same thing. It's just called Project Support. We did have instances where lugs applied, got approved, we sold them the elements, and even the ambassador had no clue they ever been applied. And that's very disappointing to us to know that the lug is so dysfunctional that they don't even know we've sold them parts to a project. So it does ask you if you have support of the lug, and we hope you've talked about it with your lug and everyone's in agreement, but there's not a number. It doesn't say 5 people or 10 or 20 or whatever. Obviously, to be a recognized LEGO user group, your lug has to have 20 members. So I would hope at minimum 20 people know about it and everyone can agree on it and they think it's awesome and they're going to do it. But there's not a specific number. Right, yes, so with the switch to the LEGO Ambassador Network, when your lug becomes a recognized lug, it's met our criteria to be a recognized lug, you are automatically qualified to participate in all of those support programs. The only exception is convention support, because that's not even applicable to lugs. So you would automatically be qualified. It doesn't mean you need to do anything with any of them. You have no interest, there is no pressure to do anything. And with those, there'll be signups, just to give us the information to calculate what we can give you. But you don't need to apply for Lug Bulk anymore. If you're recognized, you've already been approved to participate in it. But there will be a sign up so that we can get the information we need to appropriately allot what you need to get. Make sense? Yes.
So is there a minimum on purpose?
minimum dollar amount, or? Yes, there is. Yeah, and it's, there's a specific, I can't quote off the top of my head, I don't know, it is online. 25,000 DKK, probably. It's also online though, it's on land.lego.com, it's completely visible now. But yeah, there is a minimum dollar amount, or a kroner amount, it's in Danish kroner, that you have to spend per Lug Bowl. Yes. And with also the transition to all of these support programs being visible on the LAN website, we're doing that on purpose. We want there to be complete visibility into what we're doing to support you guys. So it's not a secret. Please don't think it's a secret. None of those things are secrets. It says specifically in there, one line, confidential. Prices you see in this are confidential. That's it. It's just that. So please be open to sharing these things. Take the application off, email it, send it to your friends and family, print it out, and have dinner over it. It's completely there for you guys to digest it and share it as you need to share it. Question? Yeah. Okay, great. Awesome. Yeah, you can talk about it. Yes.
What about for things like websites like BZPower or BrickFair or?
Yeah, that's a great question actually. I didn't even talk about it. So with the switch to the Ambassador Network, we have two different types of RLUGs. We have physical RLUGs and we have online RLUGs. And it is quite a debate on whether lug is an appropriate term for a website or a blog or a YouTube channel. It's what we're going with for now. We chose to be simple and reevaluate it later. So right now, BZPower is an online lug. That's what they are. They're an online recognized language group. So they apply to be recognized with the same exact application that a traditional lug would, like Garden Slug here, would apply as well. There's a different criteria that says online lug, and that's for different information. And the definition of what's online and what's not is all in the documentation. Everything has been defined. So those are on a different support structure. And it does say in all of those programs, it'll say this is not applicable to online lugs, because online lugs don't get lug support, they don't get event support, to my knowledge, they don't get lug bowl, and they don't get project support. They're on a different support structure that we're evaluating right now, because we don't still know the proper way to support them. The online world is ever-changing, it is growing exponentially, and we don't know what they want. Do they just want free products? Do they want to do reviews? Do they want contests? Do they want interviews? We don't know. So right now they're in it. They can be a recognized lug. You can apply. Ken Thompson, my colleague, does all online support for the world. And his first task in office, I guess if you will, within the Ambassador Network is to ask them, how do you want us to support you? So that we can immediately formalize some structure to supporting the online. So right now they're there and they're recognized. And they're getting a budget to get them sets for reviews, because that's kind of a given. We kind of know they want to do reviews, but that's not how it's going to stay. We want to bring that to this level. Is what we want, and we don't know how to do that. No, we don't support schools in any way. That's the simple answer. I can give you the more complex answer if you want, but it is something that comes up very, very, very often. Is I'll get pulled aside, hey, my son or daughter's at the school, we have this Lego club, and I go, good for you, I take the hand and go, sorry, I can't help you. We don't support schools. The Lego group does not support schools. Lego Education supports schools. It's a different company. Lego group does not, because that is the definition of Pandora's box. There are millions of schools, and all of them have Lego clubs, and all of them want support. And remember that we get, last time I checked, I think 100 calls a day at the call center for school support. We don't do it. There's not to say anything wrong with a lug having their meeting at a school. Why not? But school lugs we don't support. So if there is a school club or an after school something, or a youth group at a school, you would need to reach out to Lego Education to see what kind of support opportunities, if any, they offer. But the Lego group, the community team, the eightfold support programs are not for schools. Yes. I don't speak for Lego Education, unfortunately. It's all the Lego group, and it is all this wonderful red box, but they are completely separate. So I would suggest LegoEducation.com, and you can contact them, reach out to them. I have no insight into how they support anything, to be honest. But none of ours are aimed at schools. But like I said, if a LUG wants to support a school, that's fun. We don't stop it from happening. If a LUG wants to do a show at a school, that's fun. If they want to have their meetings at a school, that's fine. But we don't support schools directly. Yes.
Where are my pants?
Thank you. Yes. Over there somewhere in your booth. You probably sell them. I figured it would be. So, all in all, as you guys know, I'm here all day today. I'm here all day tomorrow. Please grab me if you have follow-up questions. I know how this works. But hopefully we hope that you guys can see with a lot of the work that we've done to kind of structure this stuff, the programs and the ambassador network, that, and again, anything is debatable, but we truly cater to almost anything you guys would want to do, whether it's your own individual project or your group project or supporting your group's activities or anything. There's kind of an avenue to support really anything you want to do. It just has to go through the appropriate channel. And of course, with anything, you have to have rules, you have to have regulations, you have to keep it controlled. So of course, we always get into debate, well, LUG doesn't really help us because our LUG has 5,000 members. It's like, well, sorry. But truly, we hope that you guys can also feel that all of these programs really cater to almost anything you want to do as a part of the engagement community. But that's what I have. I have another talk at 5 we'll use this exact same presentation, but it'll take a couple steps back into the whole what's in our LUG, how do you become an our LUG, what's this whole ambassador thing about. But then we'll also get into simple programs at the end. But if you have any questions, please let me know. If there's nothing else, I will stop for now. Yes?
Minimum members.
20. 20 is the minimum number for to be officially recognized. There's nothing saying you can't have a LUG that has 10 members, but to be recognized and to participate, 20. No. The only rule we have is once the LUG becomes recognized, they will get an ambassador. The single individual that is the ambassador has to be 18 years or older because they are literally signing a legal contract with us. There will be an application with a signature. The LUG can have members that are 5 years old. It's completely up to them. We don't want to govern a LUG on how to govern itself. That's a good question. Awesome. Okay. Thank you guys very much.